we're going to talk about the first character that we all know. Some of you love him, some of you may hate him, but I want to hear from you. What are your likes and dislikes about this young man right here? Number one, Harper Stewart, played by Taye Diggs. Now, again, we're talking overall in this final chapter. What were your likes about Harper, right? And what were your dislikes about Harper? We'll start with Tifinity TV.
So my likes were that he was successful. They opened it up, showing that he actually made a success of himself as his book, and as a writer, and they kind of took us through his journey. And my dislikes were that he worked too much to pay attention to his family, and that was a problem. He didn't really compromise with Robin, and that was the one thing that I wish that he could have done. So
Okay. Amy V, what say you?
I like the fact that Harper grew up, right? And he was, to some degree, considerate of others. Like he was really trying. Like we got the sense of the maturity from him growing up. What I disliked is he just was not able to see himself in his marriage. Like as a husband, he fell flat. Like provider, we on lock. He got that taken care of, but he really fell flat as a husband because he just was unable to see himself.
Right.
Okay. Needed a diva. What say you?
Man, the laundry list for Harper in the dislike column. Okay, but I will start out with the good. They say before you tear a brother down, you gotta lift them up a little bit. So
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get the likes out the way. Tiff, she's already touched on it, him being successful and all of that. He was very driven. I love that about him, because that there's some people who are very complacent, and he was never one of those type people. And I love that about their overall dynamic, that they all were striving for excellence in their own way, shape, and form and stuff like that. But with Harper, it felt like somewhat of an obsession, almost to the same, like he's the same side of Jordan's character, like that drivenness, and that, like she said, he has tunnel vision. He's always thinking about the future. He's never satisfied in what he's doing and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, but the dislikes for me is that he was very selfish. He was very selfish, and I'm glad everybody had an opportunity to kind of show himself to him, tell him about himself. Quentin always kept him honest. I love how he kept, reiterating, how he was. And so the selfishness, I did like that he kind of turned the needle about the religion, not religion, but believing in something too. Let me see. And what else did I dislike? I don't know. He just felt like he was emotionally unavailable to Robin. Like, even when we go back to the first best man, when he couldn't even tell her he loved her, his girlfriend, because Jordan was standing there, I was like, no, something is wrong here. Something is off. So yeah, he was emotionally unavailable. He was never mindful. He was never present. He was always searching for something. And I feel like it's low key because of the soulmate situation. He had a soulmate in Jordan, and he just messed it all up, just trying to act like he's doing the right thing, and he was doing the wrong thing in the long.
I think it was more than just emotionally unavailable. He was unavailable, period.
Right. That New Year's party, very telling. Very telling.
Very.
Yeah. Okay. Valid points there. Okay, what did I like about Harper? Successful, driven, young, black, excellent man, all right, this time around, he is now like, listen, I got a movie deal on the table. I want to be responsible. I don't want people to get caught off guard. Let me tell everybody, as opposed to the first film where he's like, oh, you got my book? You got my book? Oh, I already wrote about you guys. I hope you don't find out anything. I hope you don't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So this time around, take a little bit more responsibility, wants to tell everybody, wants to get the blessings from everybody. Okay. Yes. Driven, always trying to move forward. I like that about Harper. And I agree with everything else that you said. You know, he definitely was emotionally unavailable, wasn't there. He was like a little bit too driven with having a family and a child. Like you're not making the time to be with your family on New Year's, bro. Like that's one thing that I can't excuse, you know, from one brother to another. I can't excuse that. I can't say I was too busy, you know, shooting a movie. No, bro, you are in control of your schedule the same way you're in control of the way they perceive merch, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Right. So I can't make an excuse for him. He should have made the time to be with Robin and the family. New Year's, like that's like devastating. I mean, how would you feel like your loved one is just not there where everybody else's loved one is there? Like, come on. All right.
And
all
these
right.
are your friends, not her.
Right. You can't be that busy shooting a movie. Like, come on, like seriously. Like, you know, I mean, I kind of like how they positioned it, but we're gonna talk about that. All right.
VACAY-JayTV